Hi, Miss May. Good afternoon. We are Group 2, and today we will be presenting the physical self in Chapter 5. Our first topic is obesity, which will be discussed by yours truly, Raluna Amahit. There are negative effects on lack of physical attractiveness or those whose body size does not meet cultural standards. First is overweight person may be judged by others as lacking in willpower, being self indulgent, personally offensive, and morally or socially unfit. So, example for this would be obese children being bullied at school. Second would be obesity can affect economic opportunities. The fact where most of the time obese person is having difficulty finding a job because company is regarding it as a requirement of having a pleasing personality. Another one is it can also generate antagonism towards one's body and lowered self-esteem. So basically, self-esteem of a person will drop. Next, or worst, is it can lead to life-threatening disorders. So it is indeed hurt reality that obese will get lots of health problems, such as diabetes, cancers, and others. The self is a physical self that can be interpreted in various ways. First, we have it is a concept of person's perception or description of the self, which includes the physical appearance. Next, it is a condition, body attractiveness, strength, self esteem, a long overall score of physical self esteem. It is also the evaluation of both physical appearance and physical competence. Physical esteem is likewise self worth. And lastly, it is the physical qualities of a person. The self is a combination of physical and psychological attributes, which is a unique thing in every person. Also, self is the person who knows himself that stem from self contact and life experiences. The one evolves social interaction. Physical characteristics are important. Person is composed of human body as extension of self and soul. Though human body here is focused as human being. The physical self is tangible part that can be directed or examined and the ones interacting the environment or with other people. Having disciplined and warmth environment can develop a feeling of security, self-confidence and tendency to be a real self. It will make a person conscious of himself, not just outside part of him. So, the next topic will be discussed by the next reporter. That's all for me. Thank you.
The intellectual self. The person's rationality is the ultimate and most specific attribute that put him on all God's creations. He is not only the one capable of understanding the truth, but likewise of sharing this truth of others. According to St. Thomas, a man who has an intellectual soul can perceive and understand. The self as rational being must think more consciously outside of himself and himself. An intellectual person can reason out logically and act by his goal he wishes to attain. He should think 1,001 ways that could make his life meaningful. He, through his thinking mind, can design ways that would assure him and self-sustain to survive safe and sound. To a person, the fundamental way of survival is his reason. Ang tao daw ay ang may pinakamatalinong nilalang na nilikha ng Diyos. Kaya niyang magdesisyon kaysa sa emosyon at bawat panahong lumipas, ang tao nakapag-isip o nakagawa ng paraan para umangat at mapagaan ang trabaho. Ayon naman kay St. Thomas, a man who has an intellectual soul can perceive and understand. The self as rational being must think more consciously outside of himself and himself. An intellectual person can reason out logically and act accordingly toward his goal. He should be able to think many ways to assure safely, meaningful and sustainable life. To a person, reason is the fundamental way to survive.
The aesthetic self, life is an art. Hence, a person must be an artist who can create an image that is a reflection of what he wants to be. Ang buhay ay isang sining, bawat tao ay kayang gumawa ng imahe na kung ano man ay nais niyang ipakita. Posture, good grooming, and correct body size and weight add to the totality of beauty in the person. Sa postura, ang tamang pag-upo at paglakad at pagtindig. Good grooming, ito yung sa pagsuklay ng buhok, tamang pananamit, sa pag-ahit ng bigote o balbas, nail clippings, pagbawas sa haba ng kuko, at pag-toothbrush. Correct body size and weight, dapat ang tao ay hindi overweight or underweight. Dapat nasa tamang timbang. Lahat po ito ay under ng outer beauty o panlabas na kagandahan. Beauty is an inner quality, a way of living, manner of acting, and a way of looking. Ito kung paano ka mamuhay at umasta. Dapat tayo ay respeto, magalang, disiplinado, at presentable. Tayo din ay dapat marunong makipagkapwa-tao. One should be aware that inner beauty should supersede outer beauty. Laging tatatandaan na ang inner beauty ay dapat manguna bago ang outer beauty. To achieve true beauty, one should balance outer beauty with inner beauty. Para ma-achieve ang totoong kagandahan, dapat balanse ang outer beauty at inner beauty. Beauty is likewise a state of mind. State of mind, estado ng pag-iisip. Ang pag-iisip natin ay dapat nag-grow at nade-develop habang tayo tumatanda sa pamamagitan ng pag-aaral.
Good morning, everyone. This is my topic, self-esteem and self-concept. The of beauty in the person, in the body, fit and healthy image, and self-esteem, high self-esteem, and proper awareness of self-concept are important characteristic of a person happiness. Sa tingin ko, mas okay na nagiging natin yung self-esteem natin para lagi tayong aware and proper lagi yung pakikipag-usap natin sa ibang tao, mas maayos tayo maipag-usap. Next, pertains to global or overall evaluation of the self-esteem is likewise self-worth and self-image. Mas okay na alam natin yung worth natin bilang isang tao. Mas okay na binibigay natin yung kung ano tayo, kung sino tayo, mas pinapakita natin kung sino tayo at kung ano tayo. Next is one of own specific evaluation of the self. People can make self-evaluation in various domains in their lives, either academically, performance, and appearance. Dito, mas okay na pinapakita natin yung mga kakayanan natin, yung mga talent natin. Mas okay yun para at least alam nila na mas marunong tayo sa ganito, sa ganyan. And self-esteem is a global self-evaluation where self-concept is in the very own specific self-evaluation. Dito naman, mas kailangan natin meron tayong sariling may sarili tayong ginagawa, may sarili tayong concepts sa mga ginagawa natin. The foundation of the self-esteem is the self-concept emerge from the quality of a parent-child interaction in infancy and early childhood. For intense children who had low self-esteem in childhood had experienced neglect, or abuse their relationship with their who nurtured their children, and sensitive caregiving. In adolescence, self-esteem is strongly correlated, correlated with specific physical appearance than other aspects like scholastic competence, social acceptance, and behavior. The association between perceived physical looks and self-esteem is not true to the adolescents but all through lifespan and their childhood middle age. Strategy for increased self-esteem. There are 5 ways to improve self-esteem. Identify the reason for low self-esteem, the domain of the competence important to self-esteem. Provide emotional support and opportunities for social approval. Next, the responsibility for one's own self-esteem. Achieve personal goals, development, and copying style.